Hello guys, welcome to another trade breakdown video. Today I will break down the trade that I took on Wednesday 10th of July 2024 while I was backtesting. Okay, so on the daily time frame you can clearly see my daily bias was bearish because of how this Monday and Tuesday candle closed and reacting off of some sort of supply, not one of the strongest supply. As you can see, there is a change of character right around here which is not clean, and this change of character is not valid due to there is no change of character right around here. And also this is very big if I mark this whole zone, so it was a very tricky zone to trade from. But because the market was seeing some sort of resistance from this supply right here, right, that is why I was anticipating a sell on Wednesday, and it also made sense to go and fill up this daily fair value gap. As you know, I trade the daily bias, so that is what I was thinking, right? So now going on the DXY, my bias was clearly bullish because of how this candle closed on Tuesday. It body closed above the high of the Monday, week high of Monday, and now we can anticipate to fill up this fair value gap on the daily time frame. And also you can see it has also filled up this daily fair value gap and has not given any sort of rejection, right? So that was like, after seeing that, I was so convinced that I was looking for buys on DXY and sells on GBP USD. So also on the H4 time frame you can clearly see there was a change of character right around here. As you can see, if you can read market structure, highs, lows, higher highs, lower low, lower high. This is not a lower low yet, but after this lower high, this new low here is a lower low, so we can anticipate a quick lower high to then continue to the downside following market structure price action, right? So on the 4 hourly there was a change of character right around here, so that is when I went to the H1 time frame to look for some sort of supply zones. So on the H1 time frame you can clearly see the market, this was the low that caused this higher high, lower low, change of character right here on here, some sort of accumulation happened, manipulation happened, and then our move happened on Tuesday, right? On Tuesday I took a trade which was a loss, I believe. Let me check. It will be, don't worry, it will be covered on the weekly breakdown video. So it was a loss on Tuesday. Let's see, or it was a win, I believe. Oh yes, it was a win on Tuesday, as you can see. And now we can clearly see I was anticipating some sort of sells from this supply zone on the H1 time frame. So obviously we have to wait for the Asian range to close, so I waited for the Asian range to close. After the Asian range has closed, something like that, that is when after the Asian range is closed, let me also show you the DXY quickly. So on the DXY I was looking for some sort of buys from this sort of demand here. This demand zone was validated this break of structure, and my target was previous day high, so clear the market was going up, right? But also remember one thing, it was not aligning with the weekly bias. My weekly bias on GU was bullish, so looking for sells is always tricky, but we do it and we have seen results in it, so I consider it, right? So also, even if it's a loss, until and unless you are learning from a trade, even if it's a loss, doesn't matter. The first trade in here I didn't took it because it was not my timing. This I just didn't took it because this trade happened not in our time, so I didn't took the trade, right? So this was an inducement right around here, beautiful inducement. So the price has swept more liquidity, right? Inducement means the price swept more orders, more liquidity. There was another inducement right around here, as you can see. So after seeing all of this liquidity sweep, point of interest mitigation, higher time frames, point of interest mitigation, inducement, M15 rejection, some sort of rejection, you will see some sort of rejection right around here, some sort of accumulation on the M15, you can see accumulation, manipulation, went up, swept the highs, swept these highs on the M15, and then gave us bearish pressure right here. So after seeing this, I entered the market on 5 PM Indian Standard Time, which is not our timing, obviously. I took this trade out of my time window, so that was also one of the red flags. As you can see, yes, everything I want to see in a trade was here. Yes, it could have played out, but it was not my time window, so I have to make a certain strict time window. Only on that time window I can execute trades, and if the trade is not, if the setup is appearing or the trade we are getting an entry signal not in that time window, then we don't trade, simple as that. So this is when I entered the trade, and it was a loss. As you can see, the price literally accumulated for a bit in my entry, and then literally it was a loss, right? Losses are part of the game. The zone was correct, everything was correct, but the only problem here was The only problem here was it was just a loss. A loss is a loss. Yeah, you can argue that the H1 supply was very big, as you can see, and it was also only halfway through the supply, and so on and so forth, right? Yeah, you can argue after losing a trade there are so many things you could have done better. Yeah, you learn from a trade, but yeah, this trade, I believe I would have taken this trade also on the live market if I saw something like this. But obviously now that I've figured this out, I will maintain a time window. I will decide a time window. Only in that time window I will execute trades and take trades, right? Whether it be London Open 7 to 10 a.m. UK time and New York Open, like the first 2 or 3 hours of New York Open, right? Anything, it can be anything. And yeah, and also bro, now the more experience you're gaining in the markets, trust your analysis and trust your intuition. Trust in yourself, put trust in yourself and trust your intuition, because experience teaches you things, right? I have seen these moves happen so many times that my brain has now, next time when I see something to happen, something about to happen, my intuition literally tells me that this is high probability than this, or this is not looking like a great trade or something like that, right? So trust your intuition, and yeah, that is how you do. And yeah, this was a losing trade. If you want to see, I have also journaled this trade if I want to come back. So always journal your trade, because if you don't journal your trade, you will not know what mistakes you are making and how will you improve, right? So journal your trades, watch your trades back, and yeah, learn from it. Fix your mistakes every single day. Every single day, what mistakes you are making, fix it. There will come a point that you will be master in your strategy, master in your trading, and then the rest will be history, bro. Trust me.